Hello.
How are you today?
So far, so good. How are you?
I am good. And you know what I'm doing? I just gave us a thumbs up. I know you already did yours, but
Oh yeah.
you, you know, the day is not long enough. The day is not long enough. I was doing laundry. I finished my laundry at 11:30 last night, so it was an early night.
Gotcha.
The other night it was like 12:30.
Oof.
I know. I was like, do I really need dry clothes?
Right. It's like nah.
They could smell damp. Like I don't see anybody.
Right.
Okay.
Just for breathe yourself real quick. You'll be fine. Just saying.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. How was your day today?
Still going, but solid. Just it's starting to get back to kind of normal now.
Hmm.
We're pretty much open in California, so it's not as everyone's not trying to scramble to get everything in. It's like, dude, like stop it.
Mm.
Feels good.
Okay. Well, welcome, everybody to the commentary zone at night. We appreciate you showing up and seeing us in the evenings. As you enter the room, as usual, please give us a thumbs up just because we asked you to. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Most importantly, tell a friend. Now, let's see which one of our friends showed up to play tonight for TLC Tuesday. You want to welcome everybody, Jamal?
Let's see. Susan is here, Yanni's here, Trey is here, and I haven't seen notifications go out, so I have a feeling people will trickle in as we go along.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, guys, we are also simulcasting on Twitter and Twitch. So you can catch us everywhere except
Pretty much.
Facebook.
Right. No, no Facebook.
Because
Well,
I haven't had time to do that yet.
yeah, no Facebook.
You don't like Facebook.
I haven't liked Facebook in a while.
Hmm.
It's just too once it got all political and people started just being really, really. It's like Facebook became like almost like Twitter. At least Twitter's entertaining.
I guess you can pick and choose the feeds that you like, the hashtags that you want to get involved in on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Right.
On Facebook, you just have to like what do you call it? Mute friends or
Yeah, I
silence
don't got time
friends
to do
or
all that.
something.
I
I
want
did
to push
with
one block
somebody.
button.
No, I did with somebody. It's been
Like
5 years.
I tell people, what makes you? I said, if I block people in real life, what makes you not can't block you on social media? You lost your mind.
And then with Instagram, I don't even go on that.
Instagram is just for me. It's just more to check like messages and posts. That's pretty much it.
Oh my,
The gram. But
I don't
that's why.
have
That's why.
time.
That's why you let me. That's why you. That's why you handle like the YouTube,
Yeah, you
creative
handle the
thing,
social stuff.
social stuff.
Mm. Okay, guys. On the docket today, we have TLC Tuesday. So we're doing 90 Day Fiancé, season 6, episode 11, Man Up or Shut Up. We are also doing You, Me, and My Ex, and then this new show for me. So freaking cheap. Oh
Baby,
my God.
baby. Oof.
I
Let's
was
get.
already pissed at doing laundry that late. This show made me really, really, really angry.
We'll
Just
start with
saying.
90 Day Fiance and get them out the way.
Yeah, it was boring. Done.
Let's just do a quick couple by couple, and we can keep it
Okay.
moving.
Who you want to talk about? Oops.
Let's do Yara and Jovi. She complained as usual.
Hmm.
She moved him out to the middle of nowhere so he couldn't get to the bar and the strip clubs easily. And she's really happy, and he's gonna be miserable.
I was on Yara's side for this. I really was.
I mean, I get what she's doing. I really, really do, and I understand it. But yeah, he gonna be miserable.
Well, then you shouldn't have proposed to her.
Well, that too.
Life changes. You grow up. You can't be, swinging your dangalang all the time up in, Hooters and I don't know, Scarlett's or whatever it is that he goes to down there. I mean, you got a whole wife and a whole baby now. How you want to be in the middle of NOLA? Like your baby's never gonna sleep. It's
Yeah,
loud,
but
loud.
she picked a nice place though.
I thought so. It was very family appropriate.
Right.
They needed more space to have a room for the baby, you
Mhm.
know. And with a baby comes a bunch of other crap, like all the toys, the diapers, the wipes, the bags, the strollers, the bicycles or tricycles, whatever it is that babies use. I don't know. Excuse me.
Bless you. The
Oh,
walker.
sorry about that. Yes, the walker, the bouncy thing, the rolly thing, the blocks, the Legos that give you unwanted acupuncture. Babies bring a lot of crap with them. I thought it was a nice place. I don't know. Not only he married her, he got her pregnant. Yeah, well, both of them. Because if a girl don't want to get pregnant, she don't have to.
Right.
Just saying. I know there can be slip-ups, but yeah. I would say the pregnancy was mutually done. Who else is next? Who's next? Who's next?
Julia and Brandon.
She got her letter from the government. She got her green card. They called her dad. He was happy. Guess he'll be coming over next. They try to surprise his parents by taking them to visit an apartment that they'd already signed for. Mother was very negative. I don't care. Can they
Right.
afford that apartment though?
I'm
Just
sure they can. Because
I hope
they
so.
do because if you they're not gonna rent to you if you can't pass the credit check and the was it the employment verification part. So yeah, they'll be fine.
I remember that girl. That girl was from somewhere in Asia. And she moved that guy moved her to NOLA, and he was like he had roommates and they were in a shack, and she didn't know he had roommates. And then like she was like, why
Wow.
didn't you clean up the place? And he was like, we did. And you were like, what? It looked like a frat party in there. And Yanni ain't kidding, it was infested. It was infested. And she was like, we have to move. I didn't agree to move in with you and that other dude.
Mhm.
She didn't feel comfortable. It wasn't like a nice way to welcome her to America and making her leave everything. I think they wound up moving to like the Northwest, somewhere
Hmm.
Seattle or Oregon or something like that, which was much
Okay.
nicer and closer to home. And then her dad got sick and they actually left the States and moved back to where she was from.
Gotcha.
Thailand or Philippines or something like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice
Yeah.
couple. Nice couple. So yeah. So what else about Julia and Brandon?
Nothing. Their parents are mad, and that's nothing new.
Cool. I know her dad wasn't mad. He was like, "Oh, she's gonna get upset. Let her. Let her."
Right. Mhm.
And that Brandon need to man up or something. Or was that another episode? I don't know.
That's
Who's
probably another
next?
episode.
Natalie and Mike, Tiffany and Ronald.
Natalie and Mike, pretty much who cares? Like he mad because they got into another fight about Oklahoma. She
Mm-hmm.
went to her, and she drove. I guess she drove herself to her own doctor's appointment, her own surgery appointment.
How did they make it to the day before the surgery, drove all the way down to Seattle, checked into a hotel, and he still did not know where she was going to have the surgery, who was doing it, what time? When were you going to find out that information, Mike?
Yeah.
Their storyline makes no sense. Anyway,
Mm-mm.
next.
Tiffany and Ronald, she mad at him for being a lazy bum, and not helping her with the kids. This is nothing new,
Mm-hmm.
and he's playing stupid. Like basically, she's calling you out that you're only taking care of the kids because your mom is there.
Mm.
That's basically what she said. Like Because when they were alone, like she would say, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And he'd be like, "No, that's your job." And all of a sudden, you're around your mom, like, "Oh, let me do this, let me do that, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Dude, stop it." She's just
How,
calling you out. You don't like it.
how is, I think he was upset because Tiffany and his mom was talking and he didn't know what they was talking about.
Yeah, that was later. That was like, she was
At
talking
the
about,
zoo.
yeah. First she was talking about the kids, and then he got
Uh-huh.
mad at her for talking to his mom. Like, well, your mom asked your wife, her daughter-in-law, how things are
Uh-huh.
going. So what's wrong with you?
Yeah, like why she can't talk to his mom? That
What do you
it
think she's
was
gonna tell her?
weird. Uh, there you go. There you go. And how is he gonna pay off all these credit card bills?
Right.
Because
And
I
why
know
would you?
things are, like really expensive overseas. I kid you not. I've lived overseas. Importation, VAT, taxes, stuff like that. It adds up. It adds up. And I don't understand why he was just going balls to the wall. It was not helping the situation, Ronald. Read the room. Read the
Well,
room.
Yanni got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
I have to repeat every week. She married a South African recent out of rehab, took her son, got pregnant the first month. Deal with your irresponsibility. Period. Nothing left to say. Exactly. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Yanni. And she's
Mm-mm-mm.
and her. I'm not sure if anyone else feels the same way, but like I've lost sympathy for her every episode because you keep harping on him that he needs to do better and be better, and he's not. He's consistently not done it. So what are you? What did you expect by showing up there? That
That
he's
was a
all of a
waste of
sudden gonna
money.
change? And
That
then
was.
my thing is when you saw him spend all that money on Christmas decorations,
Mm-hmm.
and you knew it was all manipulation. He was manipulating your child to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
You were supposed to leave. You were supposed to tell him, "Nope, we leaving the store." That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
It's his credit card. I understand, but y'all should have a firm budget going in because he's horrible with money. I think with him, it goes further than like the addictions. I really do. I think he's just one of those people who's just bad with money, sober or not. I
Mm-hmm.
really do. 'Cause there's no one spending $700 on Christmas decorations.
Well, I don't think she's that great with money herself. Cause who's wasting all that money to go over there to see that bum? Sorry.
But she has this child, so I understand. But I wouldn't have taken the kids. I don't think.
She was going over there plenty before she got married and had
Hmm.
Carly. So she don't know how to manage money any better than he does. And here's why. Because someone who knows how to manage money would never get involved with somebody like Ronald, who is a gambling addict and doesn't know how to budget. That would drive them insane.
And Yanni makes a good point. I'm going to tack on to this. You knew, if I understand the story correctly, because I really don't follow them, I can't stand them.
Mm-hmm.
But you knew he had these addiction issues before y'all got married.
Mm-hmm. She saw
But
the red flags.
right, but you married him anyway. I blame
to
you.
to get on the show and
Hmm.
push herself on social media as a beauty influencer and build her brand because she doesn't want to go out and work at Sephora.
Right. I blame you. I blame you
Mm-hmm.
for this. You did this to yourself. And I'm going to say this, and I don't really care who gets offended by this. Ladies, I'm going to need y'all to stop getting knocked up by people who are not financially stable coming on my screen and then complaining about it. And yes, Tiffany, I'm talking to you because you laid up with a man unprotected and got pregnant and he has all these issues that you saw and you found out and you still married him. That's called a you problem, not an us problem.
Mm-hmm.
Kalani cakes, baby. You quote unquote were a virgin before you got with a Swaloo and
Mm-mm.
you slept with him unprotected.
Mm-mm.
Then you had the first baby complain until he wasn't doing nothing, and then you going to repeat the same mistake again. I'm gonna need you to shut up too. I'm gonna need you to stop it and playing these reindeer games, and it's not Christmas. Out here mad at him because of what he ain't doing. Y'all sitting up there not working. You know, if you don't shut up, shut up.
Her dad isn't the sponsor, I heard, because he owes back taxes.
Taxes. Hmm.
So he can't sponsor Ronald. And she got a friend. Let me tell you, I am not that good of a friend with anybody to do that.
No.
Just letting y'all know. But she got a
Lifetime.
friend to do it. Hmm.
Lifetime sponsor. Yeah, we
Not
can't do
even
that.
at 10 years. Not even for
No.
5 minutes. Nope. I I don't know you. And you know what? Girl, you asking me to do that? We're not gonna be friends.
Right.
I could lose you too.
Yeah.
But two baby person got pregnant from a baby boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she was a virgin. Hmm.
Yeah. Oof. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. Not even on sale. Mm-mm.
Okay, so we also tackled anything else with Kalani and Asuelu.
No.
I thought Oliver was so cute twerking. That was the only thing. When Asuelu was teaching him how to do the native dances and he was standing there twerking, like how baby twerks.
Yeah, they can't
Oh,
help it.
I just thought it was so cute. I don't have
So
anything more to say about them.
this is what I want TLC to do.
Mm,
I want TLC to give us the full picture of how much these people make, because there is no way that both of y'all not working
mhm,
and you're going to buy a car. You have no income. And since you're not working, since y'all need and do this. Sorry, I'm tongue tied, but TLC do these scenes a little bit better, because Kalani said too much in the car when she said they both weren't working.
mhm,
Because she said Asuelu needs to go back to work and I'm not working right now. So, but y'all want to do this, but you're going to buy a car. And you said you didn't say you were going to lease a car, or that you're looking. You didn't discuss down payments or financing. That which tells me y'all trying to go in and buy this in cash, which means y'all making that good money
mm-mm.
from that good little cameo.
Look at what Yanni's saying, which is what occurred to me, which I thought they should have been at the used car lot because, of course, they're going to get something from the insurance, right? You got to
Mm-hmm.
break off what you owed on the first car from the insurance, and then
Mm-hmm.
whatever dribbles are left, then you go to the used car
Right,
section
but they didn't go to
and
the used
get.
car section though.
I know, like that's where, and I agree with you. This is where the producers come in.
Hmm.
Because if both of these idiots ain't working, you got to make it more believable. Because like the rest of us live in real life, and I don't even know what they're living.
Right, and then Blobby said right. They do make 1K per episode, fine, and cameo 50K. Right. I just want them to be. I think the
Mm-hmm.
show would be more interesting if we could see all of their income and how they really live. That's
Mm-hmm.
all I'm saying. Because we know he does a very well in cameo. We've seen the videos. We know that. And so
Mm-hmm.
why y'all trying to act like we stupid and like we believe in two people who don't work really going down to pay for a car in cash?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to realize the car that he got in an accident with wasn't that old of a car. So if we're to believe that they're making payments on it, which I don't believe, um, I believe that car was paid in cash. Is my opinion. So that car is paid for, but depreciates as soon as you get off the lot. So whatever you got really wasn't anything.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just get Angela and Michael out of the way so that we can move on to the next show.
Hmm.
She's just yelling and screaming again. Nothing changed. She threw in, I'm an American. Okay.
But I'm going to give her this. I get her frustration, and here's the thing. This is where I always go back to. people are mad that she yelled at him, blah 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 blah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I get that, but this is who she is. Like
Mm-hmm.
we get mad when we think people are being fake, but then we're mad when people are being their authentic self.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows who she is, and they've been through this for how many years? So I'm not gonna sit here and be mad at her and judge her on that. She's being who she is. We may not like it, and that's fine. If you don't like it, don't watch her.
Oh, I'm not mad at it. It's just I've seen it before, so I don't need to comment.
I mean, she got frustrated. If she's gonna leave him, leave him,
Yeah.
and just keep it moving.
Yeah, but
Cause
then she goes down to Lou and he talks her out of it, and then she
right,
goes back home and has another fight with him. We're just circling the drain with this.
right. I agree. It's not entertaining. For me, to be honest, they were more entertaining when they were in Nigeria. For
Mm-hmm.
me, for me,
Yeah.
it was much more entertaining, much more entertaining. So, and Michael, like if you notice, Michael has changed a little bit since they got married. Though he has, he's become a little bit more,
Assertive.
not so much at her beck and call anymore. If you notice, he's like, I'm a husband now, so I can assert myself. Well, not yet, because he's still there.
Mm-mm. She is an American talent and saw Michael as foreign. That's rude. She needs to stop saying it as American. Yeah, but can she? No. He needs an OnlyFans. Oh, well, I don't think Michael is packing what our friend Deontay from tomorrow is packing on OnlyFans. So I don't know. Girl need to get their money worth. Just saying. All right. So we moving on next to You, Me, and My Ex.
Yes.
Okay, season 1, episode 3. Explain yourself. Who you want to start with first?
Let's start with, was it John, Roy, April, and Lauren? I like how Lauren and April was up in the tub together doing a little podcast or whatever they got going on.
Oh my God. But why is it that John is so threatened by that? And
He's
he
threatened by
threatened by
everything.
everybody. Jinx.
Everything is a threat.
He's
Everything
real insecure.
very insecure. I'm like, well, sir, like, well, you were married, and she. That's probably what it is. That's what it is. Because remember how they got together. How you get them is
Oh,
how you lose them.
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, he should be like continuously monitoring the neighbors' houses then. I don't know.
Everybody in the neighborhood watch group is on watch, on
But
surveillance.
but why does he have a problem with Lauren? That was his wife.
I think it's because they're not. It sounds like they're not on the best of terms.
Mm.
That's what it sounds like. And
He's
I think, and I don't understand with him. Here's the thing: it's like he's trying to scrub both of their lives of their past. It's like, well, sir,
Mhm.
you guys are together because of your past.
And
You're
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 living in her ex's house.
right, and they have a child together or children together or whatever.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But wait, but he is John. Roy is the only ex-husband he seems to have a problem with, because don't she have another ex-husband before Roy?
Well, yeah, but it seems like, but see, Roy's always around because they're living in his house, and sir, that's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's called your fault. I'm going to need these people on TLC to understand, like, these things and these issues are your fault. You sold your house.
A line in my brain. But he is. I wish I had gotten that snapshot. He is. It's beyond angle. It's a boing. It look, he is deficient in so many ways. Just give him a little extra down below. Come on now. Root for your boy Deontay. He might be the smartest one on Love After Lockup. Oh, right, wrong. Never mind about it. Oh. Okay. Anything else between them? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I
I
agree,
don't like
Yanni.
the. Oh, sorry.
I
Probably
agree,
is
Yanni.
to divide the money.
Yeah, but you don't
So,
move into another man's house with his
right.
ex-wife, and then be uncomfortable. It makes no sense.
No, make it an Airbnb. If she can't sell it because so many of their financials, hers, April and Roy's financials are tied
Mhm.
up together, right? 'Cause who's to say she isn't still benefiting from his military stuff, or at least the
Exactly.
kids? Rent out Roy's house as an Airbnb, and you take your wife and your combined children and move someplace else. I
Easy
mean,
peasy.
Lauren did it. She moved 8 houses down the road.
Right. The whole 8 houses.
Well, she did move, which is more than he did,
Mhm.
which was right across the fence.
Right. Fair.
He just looked like a moron in my opinion. He does. That's why I'm saying let's give him a little ding-a-ling or a bigger ding-a-ling, to make up for the mental deficiencies. That's all I'm saying. When you lose your sight, your hearing, and your touch improves, I'm rooting for Deontay. Taste those porn face with limited public. Yeah. Ah!
A blobby, a blobby, a blobby.
I only saw one picture and it was an upshot, and it was very flattering. Very flattering. Okay, so who's next?
Let's do. Oh, let's talk about our new people.
I was
Was
so
it?
confused.
I understood. I
Je-
understood what.
Jennifer, wait, Jennifer was John's first wife.
Right.
John is now married to Danielle, and
Mhm.
Jennifer is married to Chantel.
Yeah.
And he has one child with Jennifer, one child with Danielle, and they have given his sperm to Chantel so that Jennifer and Chantel can have a baby.
Right.
Oof. All right, let me ask you this question.
Mhm.
All right, so at the end of their segment, like Chantel was saying, I don't want you in the delivery room because I know Jennifer invited you in, but I don't want you in the delivery room because out of the three of us, I'm the only one you haven't had sex with. So therefore, I don't want you to see my no-no bits. Okay, but is he planning to be raising this child as like he's going to be a dad, or is he just a donor?
They're looking at him as a donor. He's looking as a dad.
I was a little confused because he's
Because
like
they're
baby mamas and
cause
I'm a
when they
be
talk,
there.
because when they talk, they're very clinical. When he talks as a dad.
But I think Jennifer is helping with that confusion because I think she says one thing to Chantel and then another thing to John. Oh, there's another John. Oh my God.
She's playing both sides against the middle, trying to keep the peace. But then she's the one who says that he won't be a dad. Jennifer says that at the end. It's not
That's
Chantel.
why I'm confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're all talking different things with the exception of Danielle because I think she's just as confused as I am. Like I think conversations go on between Jennifer and John, and Chantel and Danielle don't find out about until like they inadvertently hear something.
Right. I do agree with that, but you can see the way the speech is and the way they're talking. But when Jennifer said like, "Oh, you're not gonna be a dad," done. Like she's spoken.
Mm,
That was I agree with Yanni on this one. I thought this was a bad idea.
I did too. They couldn't find nobody else.
I don't think they were comfortable going to a sperm bank, but this situation is why people do go to sperm banks, so they don't know the donor, and the donor feels no attachment, and the donor doesn't need to know if they had a child or not.
So wait a minute, who whacked him off to get his jizz into the cup so that they could go and squirt it in her?
No clue.
That's the only thing I want to know.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yanni, it is cheaper this way. Sperm costs a pretty penny nowadays. It ain't
Unless they
cheap.
make a contract for surrogacy or IVF, he can petition for visitation custody like any other parent. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's when I heard this. I'm like, this is a bad idea.
Oof. His second wife whacked him off. Okay. All right. Thank you for clearing that up, Yanni. See, I could always count on Yanni for bringing up the details. Another concern I had was that, like, what are they telling the two existing kids? Hey, Surf 2.
Hey, Sarf too. They haven't gotten. They said they haven't gotten to that part yet. They're trying to figure it out.
Shouldn't you figure it out before you're like, milking sperm out of somebody to like shoot it up into somebody else in the hopes of getting a child? They gonna wait till it's born?
I would have had all the details figured out. But you have to realize they went into this not thinking about how the parties are going to raise a child. So if they didn't think about that, they sure didn't think about this.
All right, I'm gonna need you to guide me through this mess because I clearly this is not logical to me.
Yeah, the whole thing's not logical. No, it's logical in the way like you want, having their children related is a cool thing. It's cheaper.
In
The person's not
theory,
a serial killer, but when you don't think about the more in depth issues, that's when you get sticky. And what they're dealing with now are in depth issues.
okay. All right. Anything else to say about this mess?
Mm-mm.
You want to do Alex, Caroline, and Steven?
You mean Alex, Steven, and Caroline? That's how I see it. Sorry.
Okay.
Running around talking about he found his person. He loved her.
His
Okay.
soulmate, I think.
Okay. If that's what we going with. If that's what we going with, because sir, what's gonna happen? And I hate to say this. This is just my opinion. What's gonna happen is they're gonna go through the whole hoopla of the planning the wedding, this and that, yada yada yada. Right? Go through all this
Mhm.
rigmarole as they call it. Then what's gonna happen is Steven's gonna come around and like, you know what, I'm ready for a serious relationship, and Steven and Alice is gonna break up with her. And she's gonna be heartbroken.
See, I was hoping that they would get all the way to the wedding and she gets left at the altar.
I mean, that could happen too, because this is all ridiculous to me.
But wait, did Steven say that wait, did Alex say that Steven was the person he wanted to marry 12 years ago?
Yep.
Did he propose?
I don't know. And that would make number 17.
That's too young.
Cause isn't Alex like 29 or 30 or something?
Oh my God. So how long he been messing around with? Has he been with any other women besides Caroline?
I don't think so.
Maybe that's why like his family ain't like can't believe this. And then they look at her. Not that there's anything wrong with Caroline, but look, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. If you see your brother doing nothing but dudes for the past how many years, and then he brings home his first chick and it's Caroline, you're just gonna be like, what? Okay.
But see, what he's done is he's conditioned them to um a certain person or type of person. I'll give you an example. One of my old managers years ago, she's from Minnesota. Just to give you put it in
Mm-hmm.
context. She had only dated black guys.
Mm-hmm.
Only dated black guys, high school through adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
Then she wound up having a Caucasian boyfriend, and they wound up getting engaged. So when they went back home to let them know, like, hey, we're engaged, they're like, what the hell do you mean? He's white. That's what they said. Like, they're like, what are you
Oh.
talking about? She's like, what do you mean? She's like, they're like, look, you know, we weren't really sure about the whole interracial thing in the first place, but we got used to it, and like they loved her last boyfriend. They're like, you set us up for an interracial marriage and biracial children, and then you come through with this. So I think that's kind of the same thing he's done to his family by only dating guys. They're conditioned to him with other guys, but now you bring in Caroline. They're like, what is this? No, 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 no. We not having it.
I think if he had said previously that he's bisexual, he's attracted to whoever, well, that would be pansexual, right? Like
Yeah,
whoever, like
whoever.
he's attracted to whoever floats his boat. I think if he had identified as that, even if he had only brought home men, they'd have been like, oh, okay, well, I know you like whatever floats your boat at the time. But didn't they all said like, I thought you were gay?
Yeah.
That's not the same as bisexual.
No, and his sister, and his other sister, the first sister we met, she's like, he's gay. What's he doing?
And so this one last night, Tiffany, not 2 nights ago, Tiffany, she was saying something similar.
Right.
But it's almost as if she doesn't even know about Caroline as much as the other sister does. This is the one that lives away, right?
Yeah.
He been dating Caroline for how long? Like 2 years?
2 years.
And how does none of his family know about her?
But he said that though. He said like he keeps his private life private. He doesn't really tell them anything.
But then that's when you have to expect reactions like this. I'm
That
sorry.
was my thing with him. Like, I'm like, well, you didn't tell them anything, so what do you expect?
Okay, so Yanni says he also says she used me as an accessory, not a partner. So he never even
Steven.
had an.
That was Steven who did that to him.
Oh, okay. So he never even had an intention to have a serious relationship, but then I think you were 17. That's a lot, but I agree with it though.
Mhm.
The guy likes guy is a sex preference. He's not saying he's bi. Right, no. But he makes a joke of it. He says, I'm trisexual. I'll try anything twice. I think he should be more upfront and just say, I'm pansexual. It just like I can be attracted to anyone at any given time for
Mhm.
whatever the reason. And then you won't have your family carrying on like this.
Exactly.
Because you could come home with a billy goat and they'll be like, well, okay, yeah, all right, we get it. Just saying. Okay, so he's going to get engaged to Caroline. I don't see this ending well.
It's not going to. I'm sorry.
Okay. Love the tracksuits. All right, last but not least, Kaylee, Jerry, and Jessica.
Yes. I want to say Kay, for me, handled everything very, very well. She spoke her mind. She said what she had to say, and she was respectful. And she's trying to give Jessica the opportunity to tell her what's on her mind. And Jessica's not doing it, so I get her frustration.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think
Jessica's acting
Jessica
like a
was
wife.
outplayed. Jessica was outplayed in this episode.
Jessica thought Kaylee was dumb because she was young.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it boils down to. And
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't expecting her to be as articulate as she was, and to be able to get her thought across in a way that made sense.
I also think Jerry thinks that Kay is dumb.
Agreed.
I'm beginning
Agree.
to hate Jessica and Jerry more and more with each episode.
Just see, the problem is Jessica is still acting like a wife, and Jerry's allowing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. Because there's no way you should be trying to say, "Oh, I'm trying to remain neutral," and like Kay said, there's no neutral here.
This I took offense to. When Jessica came bold as sunshine, walking in that room as if she owned it. Is everything okay in here? None of your fucking business. And then he started to have his conversation with Kate, and he had to tell Jessica to leave. And she didn't even shut the door. She pulled it in and then gave it a push so that it would stay open.
Mm-hmm.
And then he didn't even finish his conversation with Kay before he was back out in the hallway talking with that shrew, Jessica. I know he couldn't be getting nothing called sex from me if I was Kay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He really does think that he can have his cake and eat it too. Yes. I don't understand why they're so close now. Considering they didn't talk for 5 years after their divorce. No.
It's
Mm-mm.
because
And
it's because she was the one who took care of him when he was recovering. We have to remember that. She was the one, like, remember she was living like a couple states away, like in Utah or something.
mm-hmm.
And when he got sick, I guess she was still his emergency contact. So she's the one who picked up her life and moved back to nurse him back to health because he was super sick. That's what that's about. And then as she was taking care of him, and their family was together, which is what most people want for their kids and their life. She felt she felt it was good. She was enjoying herself. She liked it. She's like, oh, she was looking at it like, oh, I have my family back because we've never found out who actually wanted the divorce. I haven't heard that yet. Was it? I don't. In the way she's acting, I don't think it was she who filed. That's the impression she's giving me because she's way too entitled and way too comfortable for the situation to be what it is.
Well, quite honestly, as soon as he moved another woman in there, I'd have been like, okay, well, I guess you good to go. And I would be out.
Mhm. Mhm.
I would be
Most
out.
most definitely. But she likes the lifestyle because from what I can see, she's not working. So why would you leave that situation?
Mm.
Just saying. You living rent free. You have excuse me. You have your family together. Y'all vibing along like y'all nothing's changed. And why would you leave that situation? I wouldn't.
I wonder if he's doing this to get back at her.
Hmm.
This doesn't make sense to me. Why you would have your ex-wife and your new boo thing up in the same house? Doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-mm. I agree.
But Jerry's a piece of work. Okay, those were the only 4 sets that were on the show, right? It was just the 4 of them?
It was just the four of them.
Oh, that was cool. That show goes by really quickly.
It really does.
But I will say this. I did agree with Jessica. Kay's screaming would get on my nerves too. Oh, and there's one more thing. I don't like how Jessica always refers to her as being toxic and bringing this bad vibe to their calm house. No, stop
Mm-mm.
making her like, to me, you're calling that girl a cancer. Stop it. I don't like it. He thought he was him. Oh, you think that maybe once Kay came in, he thought that Jessica would get the hint and go?
Oh. Okay. I didn't think of it
Because
from
if
that
she nursed
angle.
him back to health, and he's back up and running now, it's hard to say, hey, I know you dropped everything, came over a couple of states and nursed me back to health for the past year, but I'm good. Let me know when you're leaving. Tomorrow? Okay.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Ooh.
And you don't want, and and piggybacking off that, you don't want to put the mother of your kids out in front of your children.
Well, didn't he do it before?
Divorce is one thing, but to literally throw your ex-wife out who's nursed you back to health with your kids in the same house would be oof. That would be
Mm-hmm.
so messy. Your kids would never like forgive you on that one because they would grow up like, how dare you? Like she dropped everything for you to come take care of you, and you dropped her for this young chick that we don't even know. Oh yeah, yeah, it would be, especially the boys. Oh yeah, he would never live that down. Mm-mm.
Wait, I also think the situation with their daughter sleeping in his bed was Jessica making him feel guilty and block Kay. But wasn't the little girl in his bed before Kay moved in? I think she was. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Uh, Especially after she took care of her. I think Jamal, I think, is more like this, especially after she took care of him. Yeah. You
Hmm.
got good ideas, Yanni. All right, so on to the next show. Who recommended this show?
I can't remember who did.
So Freakin' Cheap, season 1, episode 3. Cheap dreams are made of this. Who we talking about? We only had 3 families on this, right? Yeah.
The
The
Clayton.
Watsons, the Claytons, and the Trans.
Yes.
Who we talking about?
Let's talk about the $750 wedding.
The Watsons. Oh my God.
I, I don't know how is her name Brittany. I don't
Brittany's
know
the
how.
girl getting married.
I don't know how she. I couldn't have done it. I would have been mortified completely. Sorry.
I don't know.
The venue. How do you gonna take your daughter to a venue that you can't afford, and that's when she gets married, wants to get married, and you do that to her. And shout out to Patrick, the guy who was showing them around. Did you see his face when she said their budget was $750 total?
Mm-hmm. And he was asking her for that information from the start,
Hmm.
and she wouldn't give it. And he should know that when people don't give their budget,
Right.
they can't afford it.
Afford it. And then they went through the whole spiel of the tasting and this and that.
The
I'm like,
takeaway bags. Oh
the
my
dog. Can we
God.
get a doggy bag? I was like,
And then said it's
oh
gonna be for dinner tonight. Oh Jesus.
wow. And when he told them, well, if you move it to the summer, like we can do it in what, the auditorium or something.
No, it was outside in a garden, no AC, where it's
Okay.
152 degrees, and still no rentals or anything like that, just ceremony for $500.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God, girl, stop,
And,
stop.
and then they go to the chiropractor. You see the chiropractor, and they get a family discount because they all go, and they're trying to get Brittany to go, so it cheapens the rate. And when she said, like, we could have her wedding here, like Dr. Lena did such a great job with, like, redecorating, and we have the chairs right here, so we got paid for those. And they imagine this, her walking down the hallway. I was like, not walking down the hallway. Okay. And her sister Ashley was like, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
And then when they went outside and said that we can have the reception back here, I'm like, what? And I said, yeah, but there's dumpsters. She's like, oh, we can just make sure we don't do it on trash day. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with you.
What
I'm
makes you
just
think
done.
you can't smell the garbage when it ain't trash day? All the garbage juice in the dumpster.
On the cement.
I think we should send Black Lavender over to her. He specializes in dumpsters. I don't know. Um, if I were Brittany, I would go down to the courthouse.
Yes.
If you like the fiance so much, just go to the
Hmm.
courthouse. I, I couldn't deal with a woman like Shelly. I
No.
just couldn't. I don't know how the oldest girl got through with her $1,000 wedding and them cheese sandwiches with no toothpicks on
Oh,
paper plates.
styrofoam.
Oh,
There was styrofoam.
okay. I was trying to be biodegradable, but okay. Time wrestling like fine dining. Oh my God. Right. I'm frugal, but that's cheap.
That was beyond. And I just really felt bad that they even went to the botanical garden knowing they couldn't afford it and doing that to Brittany. I felt so bad for her.
Well, I think she did that to get the dinner.
Same.
I feel like to me, she seems like a scammer, someone who's always on the lookout to get something for free.
I can agree with that. And then I will say that normally I'm not a fan of people walking out on conversations, but I was glad Brittany walked out because she was on the verge of tears, and I didn't want to see her cry.
She was in overload. She was in, I don't even think her brain could process what her mother was suggesting.
Yeah,
And the sister was there, like, not saying nothing either. Like, okay. But again, if you see like your whole family is not on board with you wanting something nice, then quite honestly, you need to like excuse yourself.
I just commend her for not just completely breaking down because you could just tell she was just about to start bawling. She just could not do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just I'm glad she did that.
And what killed me when they served that hors d'oeuvre and it had bacon on the top. And she's like, if we took off the bacon, would that make it cheaper?
Right,
No.
right. Right.
$75 a head.
Hmm.
Maybe I come from
Well, go
I
75.
thought $75 a head was a really good price for
Right.
a wedding
But
dinner.
think about though, like if they did that, that's double their budget just for the food alone.
I know. But when I think about some of the menus that I have
Right.
sold, like $75 on the menu
It's
packs that
really
I've
good.
had is an entry price. Like sometimes that's lunch.
Yeah.
The cheese sandwiches, and it wasn't even like good cheese.
No,
It was like plastic wrap cheese.
it was, and they cut in a plastic knife.
Did they put anything on the bread like butter or
No,
mayonnaise?
nothing.
Did they serve like a beverage to wash that down?
Maybe some hose water. Maybe they got some. They probably knowing them. They probably went and got. They probably have some used. They probably went to the dumpster, got some used like Crystal Geyser water bottles, and what they did was they either probably put the water in the bottles and try to seal up as best they could, or they got hose water and just filled up some pitchers and maybe threw a slice of cucumber in it to make it fancy.
So wait a minute. The cheese sandwich was like an appetizer, right? That wasn't dinner.
The way it came across to me, that was like the meal. They're finger sandwiches.
They weren't there.
They said those were finger sandwiches. I know.
The older daughter is the one that got married in the abandoned high school gymnasium.
Yeah.
Hey, Elijah Curves.
$4,000. And it was beautiful. Oh, okay.
Big hug right back at you, lady. Oh my God. I okay, whatever. I couldn't. I wouldn't be friends with my mom.
No.
Just saying.
Mm-mm.
All right, who's next?
Let's do. Was it? Is it the Claytons?
Can we say
With
with
the.
the laugh? With
Okay,
the
we could do.
light?
We could do the trans.
I don't
The trans.
understand the trans. They live in like a huge house. Why are they so cheap?
Maybe they got the house by being cheap.
Okay, but what does okay, does she work? Does the husband work?
Well, we haven't. I don't think we've met the husband yet, but she's like a. I think either a. I think it's a property manager if I read it right.
We saw a clip of him. Um calling
Did
all the
we?
golf courses, trying to get a free trial or something like
I
that.
missed that scene. I must have been like.
It was a real quick
working.
snippet. He was in his office in the house, and he was calling around trying to see if the first time you come to test out if you could get it for free.
I missed that. I must not have been paying attention to that scene. Because that's definitely hilarious to me.
So he's in on this too. The biggest daughter caters to her mother, and the youngest daughter, Charisma, wants to break free and doesn't want to be cheap and wants to be a model.
Right. I'm trying to figure out how they did pageants for cheap. Because pageants are not cheap.
No, they're not. I was wondering about that too. And she seems to have won quite a bit. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
she rolls over the winnings
Hmm.
and then reconfigures dresses.
Right. I can see that.
And if she knows how to do all the makeup and hair herself, she doesn't have to get anybody else to do that. I think where there's a will, there's a way with what's her
Mm-hmm.
name? Rosanna?
I can see that.
But she had me on her side when she was saying, I don't trust, the modeling industry with my daughter. It's, the modeling industry has its highs and its low points. And
Mm-hmm.
I was on board with her. But then she screwed it up when she said, it's very, very expensive. And I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, never mind.
Right. I
Never
was.
mind.
I agree with you on those points. I'm like, okay, Rosanna, I understand. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
protect the child. I get it. And when she said it's expensive, I'm like, yep, there you went.
Yeah, she lost me on that. And that scene at the furniture store where the big girl take out the nail polish while she's in the
Elizabeth.
massage chair,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, whatever. Oh my God, that was irritating to me.
What was irritating to me that it was a $12,000 chair marked down to $9,000. That really just kind of blew my mind. Like, excuse you?
Well, let me tell you, as soon as that girl busted out the Sally Hansen products, I would have had to say, I'm sorry, but that's not allowed in the store. And tell them go and have their Mother's Day celebrations somewhere else.
And what do you think about the regifting of the candy box with the Halloween candy?
Was
Since the
some of
piece was
that
missing,
already eaten?
some of the pieces were already missing.
There was one piece that had a bite in it.
Are you serious?
One of the checkerboard pieces had a bite in it.
I was trying to see it, but I was watching on my I was watching on my phone. I couldn't tell. I'm like, is that okay? So you're confirming it was wow.
Because they mixed someone had already eaten it, right?
Right,
So they replaced some with like Snickers and stuff like that
right,
instead of like the real candy. But I
right.
was looking at the checkerboard ones. It's like, oh, what flavor is that? And I looked at the one that was like right in the middle. I was like, are those teeth marks?
I couldn't tell.
I was just like, who eats a chocolate halfway and puts it back in the box? That's disgusting. I mean, even if you are eating it on your own. Like
Right.
me.
Don't know.
I had to say that one's a family cage. Their own for right by the oh no, you for real? You for real? Oh no. See, the lobby is not public property. I would have had security come over and escort them out. Especially if
He
you
said,
busting out Pyrex as a turkey. Yes, I had to ask him leave.
"Oh
Oh,
wow."
you can't do that in a hotel lobby. A hotel lobby is supposed to be the first impression to your guests, a place of elegance. It's supposed to be like, a warm welcome of what your vacation or your business trip is supposed to be. Not people sitting up in there eating turkey legs. It was
Wow.
embarrassing. Child, I feel for you, Yanni.
That's terrible.
Oh my God. Anything else with the trans?
No, I was glad. I was glad, like that. her and Charisma talk. She's gonna let her do it, but she's gonna be the momager. That's gonna be interesting. That's going to be very interesting.
I don't think I'm gonna like this family, the trans. I'm just saying. They're not gonna be enjoyable for me. Like, I'm not gonna like the Claytons too, but they're gonna be enjoyable for me.
I understand what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I get you.
Okay, so let's go to the Claytons. You do this one.
I
This
mean,
made no sense to me.
I think the girls' night in is cool. I thought it was a good idea. I mean, I understand what he was doing at the grocery store. I really, really do because I've seen people do this. So what he was doing to me was not out of the ordinary. And I know some stores do have like produce that the people wait the day after, then um they'll go back with an employee and go through the produce. So I have seen that. That's not uncommon. You know, so I know what he was doing. So I wasn't tripping off that. But when he went into the pizza place and asked for a pizza box, I was like, hold on, really? Okay, and look, quiet as kept, I like some of the frozen pizzas better than I do some of the chain pizzas. If I honestly, there's nothing wrong with serving a frozen pizza, especially you get the barbecue chicken pizza. That one's on point. That's one of my favorites. But I digress. So he's going through all these changes. He Googled how to do um how to do the organic mask. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. No problem there. What got me was when I saw like his wife is a city transit operator. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, nice. And then when it said he was a stay-at-home dad, I'm like, okay, hold up, stop, time out, time out, time out, time out, time out. I'm like, she's going to work, you're at home, but you're controlling the purse strings
and the car.
and the car. And my thing is, this is going to be rude, but you would you wouldn't have to be so cheap if you had a job. There, I said it. I said it. I thought that was ridiculous. I thought that was completely ridiculous and close. And I really thought he was going to bend a little bit because no, you don't want to embarrass your daughter and your wife. You don't want to do all that because it's their friends and family coming up. But when he set up those candles and then did the countdown and the wife and the daughter already knew what was going on, and the other people didn't. They were probably like, "What's going on?" And when he hit that breaker, I'm like, "That's it. I'm done. I'm done." No, mm-mm. And I'm gonna let you talk about the wife because we had that conversation earlier.
I'm just so I was so angry watching this. I will be damned if I'm married to a man who is a stay-at-home dad or not. And I'm going out and I'm working hard. And I have a few friends over to entertain at my house. That my paycheck is going towards paying the mortgage, the utilities, the food that's on the table, the mask that's on our face. And you gonna go fucking touch that breaker and shut shit down at 10 o'clock in front of me and my friends. No, we would have been fighting. We would have been fighting. Like, it's bad enough that she allows him to do that bullshit every other day of the week. And then what killed me was the friend who said, oh, we was going away. And he said he was paying for everything. And it was us two families. And he just got one room and said, you and your 4 kids could go sleep over there. And me and my brood would sleep on this bed. What? How does he think that other people think that this is okay? Just because it's accepted in your house and your wife let you get away with that, don't think that everybody else is going to be okay with that kind of mess.
That, for me, I was embarrassed for her and the daughter because I'm like, no, it's unacceptable. I mean, the fact that she has to ask him to get a car, I was like, it's what? And that she has to literally, he has to get up to take her to work, and then she has to wait for him to pick her up. I'm like, yeah, no. Like I said, I was with him at the grocery store because I understood what he was doing. It made sense. I see it, no problem there. But when he, like, I'm going back to the pizza box thing, didn't like that. I'm like, okay, you're being a bit ridiculous. But then when he literally turned like the breakers off on them, yeah, no.
I, I'm hoping that they were doing that for the show. I really do. I
Me too.
really do, because I cannot see that woman. What was her name? Ray.
I know it's Sierra as the daughter. Sierra's the daughter, right?
I can't even remember. He had me so mad. I think he's the only one that I remember their name. Angela. Angela. That's the wife. If I was her, I would take his name off of every bank account. I would cut up whatever cards he had, and I would be taking the key to that car. Done. What does he do? And that girl that they have, do they have other kids? Why is he a stay-at-home dad? That girl could be taking care of kids herself. Like, I don't get it. Who is he staying home to take care of? Makes no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I do not like Ray Clayton. And Angela, you shame on you. Shame on you. Put your foot down. But I enjoyed their segment.
Yeah.
I enjoyed their segment. Oh my God. That cabbage face mask.
That
My
was hilarious.
God. My God. But, well, I like when the lady said, oh, he brought the dip and no nachos.
That was hilarious. They're like, we're gonna need some tortillas. We're gonna need some tortillas with this.
Oh my God. Yes, Mr. Blavi, here we go. You want to take a bet? How many minutes do you think Blavi watched?
I'm gonna say 25.
See, I was thinking 20. Why she come on here and say she watched all of it? Yanni says 5 minutes. Anyone else placing bets on how many minutes a Blavi watched? We got Yanni who says 5.
Hello.
We're taking wagers for how many minutes you watched of this show.
Which one? So Freakin' Cheap?
Yeah.
25 minutes.
I think it was 5 to 10 minutes. It was somewhere around there.
Yanni won.
Yanni wins.
No, I just wanted to talk about the Pookie and Ray Ray.
Which one? Oh, Clayton's?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why you don't marry a Pookie and Ray Ray. He don't have no marketable skills. That's why he's a stay-at-home dad.
Oh my God.
That was his only option. And now she got a cheap Pookie and Ray Ray in her house.
Oh my God.
Do we think that he's cheap because it's not so much that he can't get a job, that he just don't want to work?
Isn't that every Pookie and Ray Ray?
Mm-hmm.
No. You have some who will work, but they're kind of selfish Pookie and Ray Rays, where they work for themselves and nobody else.
Again, that's called unemployed. You know what? We'll go into this tomorrow, because I had a Pookie and Ray Ray attack today in the streets.
What happened? Well, we won't. We'll save it for your show.
For tomorrow, I can't wait.
But I had a Pookie and Ray Ray attack.
Oh, no.
I had a Hurricane Pookie.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
Oof.
Are you okay? Did you survive in that?
Of course, I know how to listen. I know how to deal with them and their getaways.
Oh my God! Things women do to have a man.
Yes.
He ain't even worth it.
See, this is the thing about the stay-at-home dad, and people are going to say this is not nice, but I always have a problem when, like, I always don't understand women who have a stay-at-home husband. Like, I always wonder, do you get to cheat on him? You know?
I guess so. I mean, you don't really have to have a stay-at-home dad to cheat on your spouse, do you?
No, but I mean, like, is it like out of the thing? Because, like, when he's there playing with the tutus and glitter and things like that, it's just very. I really want to be nice, but I'm not. It's very emasculating. Like I when I just look at them, I just go,
So this is the thing that was nagging me after watching their clips. Every night he turns off that breaker at 10 p.m., right?
Mm-hmm.
And then turns it back on. Oops, we lost. Okay, when she dials back in, we'll bring her back.
Is it bad we forgot about Libby and Andre?
Oh, we did? They're forgettable anyway. But wait, we'll touch on them before we end off. They don't have anything in their fridge, right?
No.
If
I hope
you're
not.
turning off the breaker every night and turning off from the breaker, like when you pull back on the power, doesn't that like fry your appliances? You do that all the time? And you're losing your groceries in the fridge, like they don't have like at least a jug of milk or something.
Well, I mean, when does he put it back on?
Yeah, but you don't do that every night.
I mean, I can see you doing it in the winter, but in the summer, everything was spoiled.
And where does he live again? Does anybody know? Like you can't. Like I would never risk that in Florida. Never.
No, they must live someplace cold enough
to withstand that.
Because that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But anyway, that's just me.
This is why I called. I didn't even call in for that. I called in for, I'm desperate for a spouse, so I went to another country and got one.
How many minutes of 90 Day did you watch?
Oh, that one I watched. No, I watched it in a couple segments. So the first time I watched it, it was 2 minutes. Then the second time I watched it, I scrolled a little bit more. It was 5. And I scrolled a little bit more and it was 7. So 14 in all.
Oh my God.
They're not wasting my time with that. First of all, Kalani and Asuelu is just too ridiculous. I'm going to need Conway, mommy and daddy to stop it. I don't believe y'all could pay for nothing. And then this is the thing I don't understand. I realize Kalani wants to be a stay-at-home mom, but how long are you willing to be broke to prove that he's not a man? Like, I'm not getting it.
But here's the thing. She brought that up to him when he wanted more children. She's like, you want 7. She's like, we both came from big families. You know what happened, how we grew up? Poor. I'm like, thank you.
Poor. But, why was she poor? Lo and her mother only have 3 kids.
But I don't think they probably struggled as children. They really haven't gone into their backstory, I'll be honest.
Lo said that he was on public assistance when he was little.
I remember that part, but now how about how they grew up?
I don't remember them saying anything about being poor.
Because she went to USC. And if you know money, like I know money, that's like $50,000 a year.
Yeah, but you know, Lo is going to do whatever he got to do to provide for his family.
Correct, but they keep talking about broke. Like Kalani is quote unquote a nurse. I'm not understanding.
She's a nurse?
Why? Yeah.
Or is she just nursing?
No, she's a nurse. Like she has a BS in nursing.
So why she ain't working?
That's what we all want to know.
Exactly. That's why I said that I wish TLC would quit playing with us and let them show their actual real lives.
But another thing I want to know is how you a nurse and didn't get a doctor. Why are you sitting here? This make no sense. You know, I wish I would go to another country and get a hula dancer instead of a doctor.
Bobby, not a hula dancer.
A hula dancer. I at least would have got a medical assistant, a medical billing person. You know, what is this? A hula dancer? Not even the general manager of the hotel. A hula dancer.
Well,
I mean, she would have been better dating one of the dancers on a cruise. Because at least you would have known he would have had his green card. But a hula dancer?
ooh, I don't know. He made good poi.
She made very bad choices.
And the thing that doesn't make sense when you look at all of them, because the other son, what does he do? It seems like the only child that was working was Kalani and her sister. What does the other child do?
He played video games in the basement.
Yeah. Another ridiculousness. No, not him. I'm talking about Kalani's brother.
Right. He's the one who played video games. Remember, not this season, but remember when they moved into another house? The brother was there and he was down in the basement and he was just basically playing video games.
I'm not trying to be shady, but I don't understand why these men can't work for FedEx or truck driving like how Muhammad had to do. I'm really not understanding why people are not getting jobs.
We came down hard on Muhammad, but Muhammad was looking for a job as soon as he landed. He was not taking on any of Danielle's debt. He went to truck driving school, got himself a rig, and lives in there driving all over the country.
But you see how he got a job, right? And he figured it out. I'm not understanding why hula dancer can't do this.
So that doesn't make for good TV.
Well, but I don't think it's like just good TV. I think he's actually this lazy.
Well, we've all said that though.
I just can't believe she did this. You know, the daddy was mad because he thought she was going to marry one of those old, he thought he was about to get a coin because, his daughter be dating senior citizens. He thought she was about to pop a senior citizen, do an Erica Giraldi, but Erica didn't do it right. Let me ask y'all, when you marry somebody who's a senior citizen, are you thinking they're going to die in 10 years? Because I know Erica didn't think she would have to put up with this man this long.
You roll the dice.
Yeah.
Like, I got to do an Anna Nicole Smith. Shout out to Anna Nicole. I need somebody dying if I'm going to go old. I don't want to see you in another 20 years. I'm thinking, when I date a senior citizen, 5 years or less.
Oh my God.
Not 5 years or less. Not 5 years or less, Bobby.
But come on.
I agree with her. 5 years or less, because you signing up for a lot with that. You really are.
You are.
And honestly, Erica, when she was marrying Tom, I would have had to ask, do you smoke? When can you start? Do you drink? When can you start? Do you eat steak? Can you eat every day? I mean, we would be going through a list.
No, I would have gone older. I would have gone for maybe 75. And I would have said I would be looking at his medical records. If he's in a gas mask, the better,
Listen, she had limited options. He was the first old coot to come along. And she was like, look, he's in a high stress job. That might take him down real quick.
Yeah, Gretchen's the same way on OC. She got with that cat daddy. She got with that old cat daddy and got some coin and then went with a bum.
But she was smart. Remember, she was like a home health care worker and he was with the terminal cancer and she got in there real good. Pity she couldn't get him to marry her in time.
He wasn't marrying her.
I know he wasn't.
Remember,
maybe in the delusional state.
No, she messed up because she had already been married before.
But she really messed up when she went on the boating thing and Tamara caught her. Somebody had sent pictures and they went back and told the man and then he went into hospice.
Yeah, she messed that up because that man, wasn't he worth like 50 to 100 million? Because I heard cars and money and rich.
Yeah, he was involved in racing. Like he had a racing team or something like that. That was money.
And it was good because he was like in the 60s. He died early. So, you didn't have to wait that long.
It was terminal.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Look at Jamal. He's like, y'all are so bad.
Y'all are bad.
Well, look, and Anna Nicole, look, he was on oxygen.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
you could take that oxygen thing and just bend it.
Yeah.
Bend it. How you
Every
feeling, boo?
slightly.
Bend it.
But she was stupid too. See, she was too greedy of a gold digger. She could have been broken off with 300 million and been fine. But homegirl wanted what, 4.7 billion?
Yeah, like she wanted half or something. She was married for 5 minutes. Come on, girl. Take a percentage.
Yes. But you know what? Also, I'm not even let me ask y'all something. What is wrong with Ronald and Tiffany? I mean, is there some issues, psychological issues with the both of them? Because I can't believe what I'm seeing on my screen.
I mean, with Tiffany, I think there's some self-esteem issues. That's just my opinion.
Because let's talk about this. I went and looked. She only has to make $30,000 a year to bring her her South African bum, right?
Yeah.
That's essentially $15 an hour, 40 hours a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why she's not making that. Like, I'm really not getting that.
Because she doesn't want to work.
She's a makeup artist, right?
Yeah, but again, makeup artist doesn't pay the bills. Makeup artist is a hobby. Makeup artist is not what you're doing. It is not your profession. Listen. Let me say it. How you on a television show where they hire makeup artists and everything like that, and you're still broke? I would have had Sharp Entertainment hire me to be the makeup artist on Love After Lockup. Skip being on the show.
Fair.
I don't know. Or wait, don't they have that app where you can get like a makeup artist, a hairdresser, a masseuse, and all of that? Why not sign up on that as a side hustle?
Yeah, because I know she's a makeup artist in the hair. Like, you know, people were doing hair out of their house during the pandemic. So I'm not understanding. You know, you could have done a little YouTube page. You could have done a little, you know, I do kids' hair. You know, I'm not getting it.
I think she's trying to use the show to be a beauty influencer so that she doesn't have to actually go out and work. She could sit there in front of a camera and make herself up, and she thinks that that's going to earn her a lot of revenue.
And
then remember, we saw that though. Because remember she was trying to film with a beauty segment, but Carly kept getting in the way.
Yeah. And side note, when you say you do beauty, I'm gonna need the girls to be about beauty. You know, when you say, "Oh, I'm a hairdresser," I need your hair to be done. I just need it to be done.
But she makes herself up to look cute.
Her makeup is nice.
Makeup. Yeah,
her hair.
She's a cute girl.
Her hair could do some work.
Here's the thing,
I think she has a cowlick. Not to cross you, Jamal, because I was watching something that she did on Instagram before she did her hair, and there at the top of her head, her hair goes in a weird direction. I think she has a cowlick.
I have a question. How do you have a YouTube channel with 4,000 subscribers and you're not milking that by being you're on the show? I'm on her YouTube page now. She has 4.04K subscribers, but only 3 videos uploaded. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Did they stop her from doing that?
No, because
the makeup tutorial
is on it. The one who was a fake lesbian.
Fake lesbian.
Stephanie.
Oh yeah. I forget about her.
You know, like and all she does is makeup tutorials. Like, you can do makeup tutorials and not even talk about 90 Day Fiancé. Like, that's easy. That's easy money for you.
But the thing is, makeup is not the lane to be in right now. The lane to be in right now is skincare. Makeup is gone. Look at all the beauty influencers. They're not doing beauty anymore.
But she does, like the IG that I saw of her, she was putting on her makeup to go and meet somebody. And then she started talking about these beauty products because every time she goes to South Africa, her skin breaks out. And she wasn't promoting it. It wasn't in conjunction with the company or anything, but she was really good at pitching that product because what did I do? I turned over on my phone and started looking for it.
Mm.
And it is an inexpensive item. They do look pretty good, you know, but I was just like, wow, she should consider getting into a partnership with this.
Mm-hmm.
But
She
that's
don't
just
think
me.
that way. She don't think that way. Now on to Angela, and she's smoking in the bed, in the hospital bed. What's wrong with her? You know, at this point, I'm kind of done with Angela. I do though want to see her go to Nigeria again, and I want to see her go to Nigeria and him talk to one of those big booty Nigerian women, and with the big breasts and the cute little traditional wear.
Oh my god!
Like how they do in Durton, you know how they be in the traditional way.
Oh my god! It would be like I want them to have like another scene at the club, but I want his aunt to parade the women in front of them. And I want what does she call the three friends, the idiots? The buffoons?
The goofballs.
The goofballs. I want the goofballs there to be putting up cards with numbers on them or something like that, you know.
She just is like this storyline. I can't take it anymore. Who else is on this show?
Oh, we forgot to talk about Elizabeth and Andre for a reason, because they're forgettable.
Oh, you know what's interesting about Elizabeth and Andre? Why are they still not having any jobs? I'm really confused. Like, I'm really confused as to why you need a nanny when both y'all don't work. Because I don't believe he's in real estate. I believe he goes to the office when the Sharp Entertainment cameras come, and then every other day he's at home with Lizzie and the baby.
I believe that too. I really do. I think she actually works for her dad, but work is a very loose term. I believe everything she does is probably riddled with mistakes. I just don't like this family. I don't like the additional family. Yeah.
I just think it's interesting because considering he's Moldovan and how culture they are and how they have such a traditional way of thinking, how he can be so lazy.
Well, look at his parents. Look how hardworking they are. He always touts about how hardworking his mother is. How did he become this?
Well, I mean, you saw how his brother's wife said that he's an a-hole and she don't like him either.
That was funny. I'm sorry, that was funny.
And she said she couldn't believe that that somebody married him. He's one of the worst human beings she know, and they don't talk. So
that's true. I mean, yeah.
Like, she was looking like, why would she marry him? Is she crazy?
That was too hilarious. When she said, like, I'm surprised somebody married him, I was like, wow.
Well, I mean, I want Angela too, but unless she's gonna bring the daughters and they foolishness, I'm not interested in it. I want to know the daughter that was allegedly R-ing children and why Scotty can't live on her own, because everybody says there's something wrong with her.
Wait, Scotty or Skylar? Which one?
Skylar.
Scotty.
Scotty's the one that was incarcerated.
Right.
Skylar's the one that's always on.
Okay, Skylar. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know why she can't live on her own and what's wrong with her.
Where's all them baby daddies at?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. So I went online and I saw when she was on, I think it's the UK version of Jerry Springer. And so her daughter was on, because her daughter's always been into inappropriately young men. You know, her grandchildren are actually, I thought they were half black. They're not. They're a quarter black.
Oh, okay.
So that black gene he got is strong. That gene is strong, honey. I'll be looking at them and I said, oh, her daughter was on this show and she said that she was with this guy and he's biracial, and Angela and his mother were friends, but they got into it at the local Piggly Wiggly and they're not friends. They're not friends so well. And because Angela gives me we used to live on the same trailer park. What's the equivalent of a cul-de-sac in the trailer park?
A corner?
Yeah, like I think they lived in the same trailer park, and they lived in the same, like, you know how they have, one trailer next to another?
Yeah. So what do you call that? Oh, they lived in adjacent lots.
Yeah. Yeah. So then it showed that's the guy she had the baby with, and he was on the show with another tragic woman who was older, taking care of him. Her daughter had a baby by a Pookie and Ray Ray, if I ever seen it.
Oh my God.
He is a big Pookie. He don't work. He got in a relationship with her because she wanted a baby. It was real Pookie and Ray Ray. And that's where is it 2 or 3 biracial kids?
I thought it was 3.
Okay, 3.
That's like a gaggle of children in that house.
Yeah, that's their 3. Now, Scotty is also married to a man. Yeah, she's married.
And lives there?
Yeah, she was cheating on her husband. And so I went online, and there was this ghetto white guy who was calling Scotty's husband and told him that he would beat his blank. And they had the fight all on YouTube. And was talking about how Angela ain't nothing. Yeah.
Oh my. So wait. Scotty had her 3 kids from the same guy.
Yeah, that's one baby. I don't know who Skylar's children are.
Oh, so they might not be for the husband.
Yeah, but I know she was married when she got accused of R-ing young boys.
Wait, it's Scotty who went to jail for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Scotty is the one that we don't see. She was on like the first season.
Can Scotty come around her own kids?
I don't know.
No one said anything about that yet.
Because, like, technically, because what she was convicted of, she's on the registrar's list, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, wait, she probably doesn't have custody of her kids.
No, she probably lost the custody once she went to jail.
So, technically, they wouldn't let her. That's messed up. I can't see them letting her get with them unless it's, like, supervised. Oof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's one. And then they say some of the kids are Skylar's too, because what does she have? 6 grandchildren?
6.
I think so.
She has 6 grandchildren, and 2 or 3. If you type in Angela's name, you'll find the baby daddy. And it was like a Maury Povich. And then they went on again, and Angela was talking about how her daughter was cheating on her boyfriend, and she don't think that's the baby. And that child was white. So I don't know how many children Scotty has. Also, if you look, you will find out that Angela was married before.
She said that. She got married real young.
Yeah, she was like 16 or 17, right?
Yeah.
Which means she had to ask her mother to sign her marriage certificate.
Depends on the state, though.
It's Georgia.
So how old do you have to be in Georgia?
Don't you have to be 18? Because even when you're 16, you're still a child technically unless you had a child?
Maybe she had a kid.
Angela's in her 50s, right?
54?
But I thought with marriage, even if you're under 18, no matter where you are, you would still have to ask the parent.
Okay. So here's what it says as of May 13th, 2019. A new Georgia law requires couples to be at least 17 years old before they can get married. Governor Brian Kemp signed the measure into law Monday of that year, raising the state's minimum marriage age from 16 to 17. So it was 16.
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, yeah. Anyway, that's her first marriage. And from what I saw and from what been talked about in the streets is Angela used to live in this trailer area. That was her first place. And she always wanted to be famous.
Well, that's why she went on Maury Povich so many
It
times.
wasn't.
Right?
It was no. It's a show
Jerry
that
Springer?
I've never seen the host, because when I was younger and it was spring break, I would be watching Maury Povich and Jerry Springer, but it wasn't those two.
It was an English dude.
I don't think it was Jeremy Kyle. It could have been. You'll see it if you type it in. But yeah.
Oh my God. She's just ridiculous though.
But honestly though, I want to discuss something a bit more. Do you think, okay, it's What Happened? I don't know what that is. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I think I can give it to you. I'll put in the private so you can see it. But what do you think about Sharp Entertainment? Why do you think they're so good at Love After Lockup, but they struggle so much with 90 Day Fiancé?
Because they try to wear. They have too many. They have too many spinoffs.
They diluted the franchise.
Mm-hmm. What they do is they think by keeping these people over and over that they're synonymous with their show. We need to keep these people on who we think are popular. They don't understand you need to keep these people on 2 years max and get them off. If you want to do updates with them a year or two down the road, fantastic, great, no problem. But to see who wants to see Nally and Mike for three iterations of 90 Day Fiancé? Who wants to see Kalani and Asuelu for 3 iterations of 90 Day Fiancé? Come on now.
So, do you? Oh, okay. So for the I didn't watch. What was the show? You, Me, and the Ex. With You and Me and the Ex, what's going on with the black girl? That's the only one I care about.
Oh, she confronted the ex-wife again. And let her know that this is what you've been doing to me. This is how you've been treating me. I don't appreciate it, and I see you. That's the shortened version of it.
And then what happened with the exes that are clearly still smashing, but their spouses don't know?
Oh, the husband. Okay, so basically, the 2 ex-wives actually started a podcast. John, the simp, walked in and found them in the tub together. The 2 ex-wives in the tub together.
No, not that one. The Jersey Shore couple.
Oh, we didn't see them this week. We see them next week.
Because I want to know if he had a side baby.
We're all waiting for that one.
Okay, and who else was on that show?
Oh, we met the new trifecta couple. We met John or Josh, whatever his name is, the husband, who's divorced his first wife, married the second wife, but he's donating sperm so his first ex-wife can have a baby with her new wife.
Jesus. Jesus, that sounds stupid. And who else was on that show? I feel like there was another couple.
I'm trying to think. Who Debbie?
It was Kay. It was April and John, Jennifer Chantel, John and Danielle, and then Alex and Caroline and Stephen.
Oh yeah.
Or as you like to say, Alex and Stephen with Caroline.
Yes,
Alex that's Steven the gay guy, right?
Yes.
Right.
Did he finally tell her?
No,
tell her
he went ring shopping. He's gonna propose
with his other sister that lives out of town. They're getting married.
You know what? This reminds me of a story. So I'm not gonna tell your business, girl, but I'm gonna tell it, but not your name. So in college, we had this. She ain't my friend. She's one of my friend's roommate, and she was dating the Paton twirler in the cheerleading squad at our college.
Okay. That's interesting.
So, we were all like, come on, she gotta know. And I mean very flamboyant, but he wouldn't. So, anyways, we go, she takes a shower, right? And she comes back in the room after she showers. And she was in band. And he was like, oh my gosh. He was like, oh, I gotta turn around. You're naked.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. Do you know that she married this man? And when I mean flamboyant, I mean flamboyant. She married him. She married him.
Wow.
And he's still twirling the baton.
Whose baton?
We don't know, but he was the baton twirler. And I was just like,
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had boy baton twirlers, but okay.
Yeah. It was so funny. And everybody would ask her, and she was like, y'all are being rude. He is straight. I was like, okay, girl. See, that's what happens when you need a man so bad. You need a man.
Are they still married?
Yeah.
Wow.
Please.
How many kids?
Please. This is in the sticks. You don't be gay over there. You be like on TLC's My Gay Husband, you know?
You love that show. Oh
I do.
God.
Did you watch it?
No, I found it though, but then I got interrupted.
My husband's not gay.
They need to bring back Brother Husbands, because that would be a good show.
Did you see the swinger one?
No. But I want them to bring back Brother Husband with a younger woman.
Oh, okay.
I want it to be like thoroughly slutty on all parts involved.
But does Sharp Entertainment, what Dimitri and his foolishness, that's Seeking Sister Wife, do you think they'll cut him out next season?
They'll have no choice. He has no wife.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he gonna do with no wife?
Oh, the other girl left him? Ashley?
Yeah. She's taking a 1-year break. Is that still how it is, Jamal? Yeah, she took the kids and left.
Oh, she left too? Oh.
Yeah, she got out of the cult.
Oh, poor her. And then we have Bill and Brianna. You have to see the new couples at Married at First Sight. That is going, this season, it seems like we're going to have some foolishness.
Wait a minute. Speaking of the Crypt Keeper, did he get more charges applied to him out of Orange County today?
I think so.
Oh. And still no comment from WeTV. No, Lifetime. That's Lifetime.
That's
Lifetime.
Well, did you read the report? It was saying that he did this with Bree and his 2 children in the house.
I was hearing tittle tattles about that, but I didn't know whether they were actually
there.
Accurate.
It said it was in his Laguna Beach house.
Yeah.
And it was his 2 kids. And then this is the thing about him. I didn't realize he had children that young.
I didn't either.
He has a 16-year-old and an 11-year-old.
11?
11?
Yeah. I heard about the 16-year-old because they are friends of the victims.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he has an 11-year-old boy. So that threw me off because he was acting like he didn't know how to deal with the child when Bree brought her. Let me ask y'all something, and I don't want to sound wrong. Is Bree gonna, how to ask this? No, seriously. Bree's sister allowed her children with him. Do you know?
But Bree was there though. Remember?
And she was there with the girl that she said that Bree was in the house when she got armed.
Was Bree conscious?
Yeah, they said that he was giving her drugs and alcohol, and he was inappropriately touching her and armed her, and she has video proof.
Oh, good Lord.
But his 2 kids were in the house.
The whole situation is kind of messy.
Because the child is 11. So that happened, last year or so? No,
I thought the girl was 16.
No, his son is 11. His youngest child is 11. And he was in the house. He was in the house. Bree was in the house. His daughter was in the house. And they said, like, they saying he's like an Epstein. He has parties with teenage girls.
Right, but we thinking about his house is like our houses. Like I can shout and you can hear it through the paper thin walls down the other side of the apartment. He has like his house in Texas. That's huge.
Now this is another thing. Is that his house or is that a rental?
I think it is his house because he's legitimately wealthy.
Yeah. Oh no, that's his house. Because he said like, oh,
yeah.
this is our this is where I vacation.
Well, how much is he worth, your mom?
I think for him, let me just double check to make sure nothing's changed. Give me 2 seconds.
Because he's gonna get hit with some severe lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the thing: if he has children so young, why does Bree want to get married to him?
Yeah, so he's worth $100 million.
Okay, $100 million.
For too much longer.
But they said that there are two girls. They said the girls were partying. What I don't understand is how teenage girls live in a man's house who their parents like. I'm curious as to who this is because at first I thought it was Bree's relative.
Oh,
that's what I first thought because who allows their child to live with a man?
Yeah, Jamal asked that same question. Where were their parents? It's very interesting.
But the way they framed it was that these were some two random teenagers, and we were like, who? How are you vacationing with some teenagers, and where are their parents? Now we find out that one of the teenagers is his daughter, and it was her friend. I'm like, what is this? I still want to know where your parents are.
Right. But wait, is this Laguna Beach house the same house that he lets one of the wives live in?
Yes. That's that house.
Is that her kid?
Wait a minute. The house is on sale right now.
Oh.
It's in Carmel, California. Where is that?
Carmel is down there by like Studio City. It's one of those smaller pricy areas. I think John Wayne lived there.
Okay, so Carmel.
He was mayor. He was mayor. It was either Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, yes, he was the mayor. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a $9.5 million. It went on sale July 13th.
Today.
That's not bad.
It's 9.5. It was purchased in 2005 for $2.21 million. It was built in 1920. It's 4,730 square feet. It has prestigious history. John O'Shea was one of the first homes in the new subdivision. Is a coastal home. Is a Spanish revival.
Ooh, what's the acreage?
Did it go on sale today?
Yeah.
See, that tells that to. I'm just gonna speculate based on the chain of events. I'm thinking that he's trying to sell this property that way because he's probably looking to settle. And he wants that liquid. That I bet you, if anything, it's gonna be a quick sale, all cash, and he's gonna settle.
But do you think this is why he married Bree in the last season? Why he's trying to marry her? Because remember, he's given her a ring every season. I think that's why he married her, because he has these sexual assaults, and it looks better when you're married, when you're R-ing.
See, I think he did that proposal thing for the show with no intentions to marry her. But now he might have to go all the way and marry her so that she won't have to testify against him.
I was just going to say that.
Because he has, so the first ex-wife, who's all in Bree's butt, has 3 kids from Kathleen.
I thought she was the second. Wasn't Kathleen the second wife?
How many wives did he have?
1 billion.
Let me check.
Has he married 3 times or 4?
I'm checking now.
I think he got 5 or 6 kids.
I thought she was the first one because she said that he was broke when they got together.
I don't know why I thought she was the second.
He has kids with 2 different women.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Give me 2 seconds. So, excuse me. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. Bill's 3 eldest children who are older than Bree. Bree had 3 daughters with his first wife with Kathleen.
Oh.
3 first wife with Kathleen. Let's see who else is there.
And remember, he made these nasty comments about her body because Bree is built like a teenager. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Yeah.
was very odd to me.
Yeah.
Okay, Bill Hutchinson has 2 kids with his second wife, Candace.
Mm-hmm.
So Kathleen was the first wife.
So what is Candace? Is Candace some type of Hispanic woman too? Because the kids look like they could be. Because the youngest child is 11, so his child was 9, right? Because they showed this show 2 years ago.
I think so.
And when did he divorce his second wife?
And Candace, they also had a son.
Yeah, the son is young, 11.
So 2 girls. So it's Annabelle. So it's Annabelle and King are the 2 children from Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
But yeah, they're gonna get him. He's selling his house. I also want to know,
But let's not forget the first charges from Texas. What's he gonna sell to pay them off?
Well, I think he's selling the house to pay both of them because if he gets $9.5 million, he can give each girl 4.
He's not gonna get that.
Well, maybe he gets 8.
I don't know. I see it coming in at 5 or 6 because everybody know that he's desperate to get rid of it.
He's not desperate because he's worth $100 million. He's
but
trying to do.
How much of that is available cash?
Oh, it'll be no. Oh, you mean liquid? He's typically, in my opinion, when you have a net worth of $100 million, he's not really that extravagant of a person for what we've seen. So I would say he has a cool. I'm gonna conservatively, he's got a good $25 million in liquid cash. In my opinion.
But liquid cash can be.
Cash. I'll put cash in the bank, $25 million.
He's got object de art in that house, in that Texas house that he can
I think
easily get rid of and get more money for on like at Christie's or whatever. Let me ask you another question. Wait, what was the question?
The reason why he's trying to sell the California house because it's not his main house. And what you want to do, based on what I know, is you always want to have your main residence, like his Texas home is his main residence. So you sell your stuff off in California because California is much stricter, and he's trying to get away. He can't, but he's trying to distance himself away from this scandal as much as he can. And by keeping that California home, it gives him more ties. It's weird thinking, but I think that's what he's doing. So let me get up out of California quick.
So then where's his wife living then?
He don't care about her. Like that's my thing. He don't care about her like that.
Okay, I found an article on them in Paper Magazine, and it's called The Anti-Kardashians. So this article was in 2015, and he was married. He has 3 daughters. He owns a brokerage company. All 3 work for the brokerage company, and they live right next door to him and his 2 kids. Okay. The girl is not his child.
Which girl?
The 16-year-old.
So who's wait,
that's his stepdaughter.
Oh my God.
So we don't know if he touched her.
Child.
Candace looks to be this is the same. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, this is the same girl. Okay, she looks to be some sort. I would say either Latina.
Yeah, she's Latina.
Or middle, like maybe
No,
some
she's
from.
Hispanic.
So you're with me. Okay, that's what comes across to me. But I always say she could either be. To me, she
I
was
think she's.
Latina,
I think she's white Mexican.
but she could pass as Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
So,
because
but
their bloodline is similar.
yeah.
But yeah, so the daughter is not his child.
Okay.
That girl is not his child. That girl is his stepdaughter.
Wait a minute. Have y'all seen this picture that's in Distractify?
Mm-mm.
Where he's lined up with all of his children and
Yeah.
Bree?
Yeah, I'm on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the page.
Hold on.
Right now.
I'm going to put this in the chat for you. Ablavi, look at this. It is just so weird.
When you see
All
it,
the children look all like kids.
She fits right into his children.
Well, who's that child? Who's the girl? Who are the two girls?
There's 4 girls. Well, 4 girls if you count Brittany.
Yeah, who are those other 2 kids? That's not his.
They're not.
No, only the boy and the girl near Bree is his.
Oh yeah, because you said like the first 3 from Kathleen are like older, right?
They're older.
Yeah, they're in the 30s. Yeah, who are those? Do you think those are the 2 girls that are?
Oh my god.
Do you think, because they said that the 2 girls are on his social media page?
I'm trying to find where this is. Oh, yes. This could be. Here's why. Because remember, Kathleen lives in like Miami, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other Candace was living in California in that house.
Yeah.
So this has to be her kids in California. If we're putting the pieces together,
Let me
right?
ask you something. Do you think that's why he tried to move to Miami the other weeks? Do you think he was running away from charges? Remember they went to live in Miami?
Yeah. Yes. He was trying to buy a house down there and trying to get her to move, but she didn't want to leave her family.
But do you think he was trying to leave for charges?
No, I feel he was trying to leave to come fresh pickings.
Because Bill was actually offered a reality show in 2015 with his daughters.
Oh.
But they didn't want it.
Interesting.
But like when you look at it, because you know what? We should be petty. We should call his office.
No.
No.
Hi, I'd like to buy a house.
No. Who are these? I don't know.
But yeah, this is the thing. He has 3 kids. I think that picture are the 2 girls who he elected.
Copy link. So are these the first 3 girls from? I hope that comes through. Okay. These must be the first 3 girls from Kathleen. Well, they're pretty. Despite Bill being their dad.
Well, Kathleen is pretty.
Yeah. But I just felt she was surgically altered.
She is, and I'm sure they are too. Yeah. Oh, that was good. But yeah, they're apparently a big known family. They own, but don't you think 100 million is a little low of an estimate when you own a brokerage firm? I
don't know why I thought he was in hotels or real estate development.
Well, that would be it.
A brokerage firm?
Yeah, because you could do both. You could do it all. You could create the houses, brokerage them, and stuff like that. But don't you think 100 million is a little low? I was expecting at least 600 million. Or maybe I'm just being particular.
Well, after 2 divorces, it might have come down a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't think in his divorces, I think he would have done what the Murdoch did in having most of the money going. Because remember, Kathleen would be the only one to get a good amount of money.
True.
Because she was there from the beginning.
Yeah.
The second wife would get nothing really, but child support. I'm sure she's racking in 50 to 150,000. But I'm wondering, because that said in the article, it says that's his stepdaughter. Did he do anything to her?
Well, who knows? Okay. All right. Guys, it's 2 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's let everybody go and get some rest.
Yes.
And what time are you coming on tomorrow? 6
o'clock. I'm coming on tomorrow. Then I'm coming on Friday, and then I'm coming on Saturday.
What are you doing tomorrow?
We're doing the Bonnet Chronicles and dealing with the Red Race. Friday is Reality Roundup. And Saturday is
Love After
Lockup.
All right. I'm still waiting for the whole Venn diagram of Pookie, Ray Ray, and the whole family.
Well, we have to get to the whole family. We got to introduce people before we get a diagram. Today we're going to be talking about Dustianas and where it's not appropriate to wear a bonnet.
Oh my God.
You wouldn't believe where somebody wore a bonnet with me the other day.
See, you're a better person than me.
It was so unprofessional. Wait till I tell you.
I can't.
All right. Well,
all right, my dear. All right, dear. Thank you so much. As usual, we veered left, right, and off center. But please go and check out Ablavi M's channel on YouTube. As you could tell, her conversations go off on tangents, but they are very lively and thought-provoking. We also saw Larger Curves here in the chat as well. Give her channel a peek when you have a moment. Larger Curves. Jamal has dropped the links for everything. Today we reviewed 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, You, Me, and My Ex, and So Freaking Cheap. This has been your TLC Tuesdays. Tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow? Love After Lockup.
Yep.
I know it's later than everybody else's, but maybe we can steal from what everybody else has said about this ratchet ass show. So just come tomorrow for a little kiki and a little giggle. And we'll talk about, actually, Love After Lockup is turning into like probably one of the best shows that we're watching right now. Just saying. Okay, so any final words, Jamal?
Nope, we're all set.
Yay! I'm gonna go get a snack. I've just finished drinking. This wasn't bad. I might go and get more of these from Aldi. All right, guys. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific for Love After Lockup. Until next time, Jamal.
Yep.
Bye.